Hey folks, how's it going? This is Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So this one, shockingly, is not about Snowy Escape. This is about the upcoming skin tone update that is coming on December 8th. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We have a new blog post that starts off by saying, a few weeks ago we shared some of our plans for updating skin tones and diversity options in The Sims 4. And it's time for us to check in again. Our team has been hard at work on this important initiative. Find out what to expect over the next couple of months ahead. Where we are now, on October 6th, we launched a PC base game updates that improved issues with some of the existing darker skin tones. Specifically, we addressed the color banding that appeared on Sims' cheeks and foreheads, which created a streaked and inconsistent appearance, and fixed discoloration along the nose tip. Doing so allowed us to create a consistent tone across the whole of the body, allowing for the shadows and details to be more visually distinct. You can read about the specifics below to see whether the update applies on your computer. We also tweaked the male afro and braids base game hairstyles to reflect the detailed texture and style of their real-life counterparts. Console players will notice those changes reflected in the November 10th update. Wait, didn't they already get that same updates on the same day as PC? I remember console players talking about that. That's odd that they still act like as if the console update's not out yet. I guess they just wrote it in advance and they forgot to change it. These improvements are just the first step in our plans to give you the tools you deserve to express and represent yourself. An important update hits this December. On December 8th, we will be adding over 100 new skin tones to The Sims 4. Every skin tone will have a value slider to unlock thousands of more customizable options. In addition, we'll make compression improvements to make both new and existing skin tones display better, including strengthening the quality of suntans and sunburns. Our December update also includes the introduction of 4 makeup sliders to more freely complement all skin tones. The hue slider lets you control your color, while the value slider lets you adjust brightness. You'll be able to adjust transparency with the opacity slider and control how much color is in your makeup with the saturation slider. This will ensure your chosen makeup looks just right on your selected skin tone. Lastly, 3 more base game hairstyles will see improvements in the December update. These include 2 children's hairstyles, the braided ponytail with baby hairs and the braided ponytail without baby hairs, and the flat top texture hairstyle. So thankfully they didn't just say words, they actually gave us a couple of pictures. So now we can see that the skin tones icon is changed, and there's warm, neutral, and cool, and miscellaneous categories. So along the top there's the fire representing warm, the leaf representing neutral, and the ice cube representing cool, I guess. And of course the miscellaneous logo that they tend to use in The Sims for miscellaneous, for the unnatural skin tones. Come to think of it, it does look like they are adding some miscellaneous skin tones too, because I don't recall there being a bright yellow skin tone before. Actually, on second thought, it might be a custom skin tone created through the slider feature, because I didn't really pay much attention to the fact that there is a plus symbol on the slider. What would that mean? It's not really to zoom in because it's not really a camera control. So I guess that actually could be a button to save custom skin tones. Even with the second screenshot that's showing off the makeup sliders, there are some swatches that have that little triangle. So I think that is pretty plausible as a theory, that it is being able to save custom colors. And then it would make things way easier, say, if you wanted the same skin tone across multiple Sims who are in the same family, or if you just wanted to use the same makeup on another Sim, because you just think, hey, it's really good. This should just be available as a swatch instead of having to go in with the custom controls each and every time. Also, I failed to pay attention earlier to the fact that there's a trash bin. What the heck would that be for if it were not to delete custom swatches? There even is that same plus symbol, so I think it is going to be that. But if that's true, why didn't they just mention it in the blog post? I mean, that would be a pretty big deal, right? Being able to save our own skin tones too, not just the fact that we're getting over 100 of them in this update. I'm guessing they either wanted to surprise us, which, well, did not work out for them, or they just weren't ready to show off that specific part of this update yet, and we're going to just wait until later to fully reveal it. There is one more section of this blog to go through. More to come. It's our goal to ensure the representation in The Sims 4 is more inclusive. To do so, we've been working with consultants, including prominent community members like Game Changers Mia Zaf, Ebonic Sims, Rao, Xmira Mira, and Catherine Games. They've been advising us in our endeavors to create a more inclusive game for everyone. It was their suggestion to add additional hairstyles without baby hairs in the December update, which is why there are 3 rather than the 2 we previously announced. Going forward, we're committed to continuing to improve The Sims 4 to give you the game you deserve. We can't wait to see what you'll create in the future, and we're so grateful to have you on this journey with us. Thank you! So that is really awesome that they are teaming up with these game changers, and I remember I was hoping that Xmira Mira would be one of them, because especially since she was on Sparked and everything, I was thinking that, well, yeah, what if they actually did consult her to get these skin tones fixed? Especially since there was even that one part on the show where they gave a shout out to her custom content melanin pack. And I was like, what? Wow, they were like almost calling themselves out in a strange sort of way. So it's come full circle from me hoping that Xmira Mira could help EA fix the skin tones, and then it actually happening. I think it's also very nice to see that they reach out to Simmers who represent various countries, because they did not just stop at getting people from a more like African ethnicity, but they also got Catherine, who I believe is Chinese, and Rao is Brazilian. I've hung out with him at Sims Camp a couple of times. He's pretty cool. And there's also Mia, who is from Mexico. As rough as 2020 has been for The Sims, I think we have at least one major win for the year, and it's that the Sims community is finally being treated with more respect. I mean, we had Gucci reach out to not EA, but to Grim Cookies and Hey Harry for that official collaboration. And we also have some game changers helping out with builds in Snowy Escape, and there was also Team Gnome from Sparked helping out with the Greenberg household, alongside this whole skin tone update, having a few game changers helping out. So it's just an amazing step forward in my opinion. It's being brought up so often, which is why doesn't the community help out with making the game? That would make sense, right? Because The Sims, I highly doubt would be nearly as popular as it is, especially 20 years later, if it were not for the community and just the players in general. And as a game changer myself, I feel like that game changer as a title does not really accurately describe what we do. It does feel like a huge majority of it is just to be a marketing tool, but now there actually is a bit more game changing going on this year. So it is like looping back to the whole marketing aspect. It is a good marketing strategy to have your players involved as well. Not every marketing strategy needs to be necessarily seen as a purely negative thing. I think this is going to help the game in the long run. I really hope that this December update will function correctly the first time though, because I'm still really disappointed how, even in the blog, they said that the October update should have improved the skin tones. But for me, I noticed no difference, and I've seen a lot of other people say the same thing. I hope the 3 hairstyles will look better too, because I was pretty mixed about what we got in the October update. I think the braids look amazing now, but the medium afro looks not that much different to me, and I think the texture of the hair still needs to be improved. So we'll see how those 2 hairstyles go. I'm pretty sure I know which one they're talking about with the children's hairstyle that they're giving both the baby hair and no baby hair options for. I just don't know what that flat top one is. However, there is one hairstyle that I'm really shocked was not mentioned at all. The really big afro, you know the one. I've brought it up in previous videos and it looks like something out of a PS2 game. And, well, Mandy asked about it on Twitter, and The Sims replied, saying, "We are working on this hair too. We want to make sure we are getting it right, so we don't have a date for when this will be updated just yet." So thank goodness, there's a good example of what they are still planning to do beyond the December update, because they have emphasized before that, yes, this is a journey, we're not stopping here, so thank goodness they are working on that afro. It's just taking longer, I guess, to get that right. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So feel free to let me know in the comment section below what you think of this update so far, and be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Pair of Lives, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!